there were several reasons why I wanted to do Julius Caesar here. My first impulse was to work with young actors and to give them a solid training. And I've always thought that Shakespeare is the best way to do that. And so, knowing Josefina and her husband Emmanuel, I came to them and I said, look, I'm tired of seeing young actors that don't know what they're doing. And they're not developing, even though they have a lot of potential. So how about if I teach a class, culminating in a performance of a play, Shakespeare play. And Emmanuel said, well, what play would you want to do? And I said, why not Julius Caesar? And he said, that's the one I've been wanting to do. So we were both on the same page. We had about 30 students, most of them younger, but some older and some even very experienced actors. And we started out just working on the Shakespeare sonnets. 14 lines of verse in iambic pentameter. 14 lines of the most condensed thought that any writer has ever accomplished in the English language. And I thought, and I was convinced that if they can do these sonnets and make them understandable, and if they could understand them in all the nuance, then they were capable of doing anything. Working on Shakespeare gives you also very highly, a lot of depth in the psychology of each character. I mean, try playing Hamlet and try plumbing the depths of his psychology, or Macbeth, or King Lear. Or any of those characters in those plays, including the whole canon of Shakespeare, and the Greeks, and Arthur Miller, which is Eugene O'Neill, Ibsen, so many, But Shakespeare is the one that really is the big challenge. That's the big challenge, and so. If you can do Shakespeare and do it competently, then you can do anything else, believe me. Because actors that have never done Shakespeare or any kind of classical theater or any kind of verse play don't realize that you can't do it the same way you do, a guest starring role on CSI, whatever, any of those, Most television. Most television is pretty simple. Doctor, can you help me? I'm terminally ill, and I don't want my wife to know. Can you save me? Oh yes, we can. And that's what Doctor, am I really going to die? No, you don't have to die. I'm going to do my. Thank you, doctor. That kind of stuff. You can't do Shakespeare like that. You have to use your entire being and some vocal training, And I think now that we're running, and one of the great gratifying things that I'm hearing about the play is that people are understanding it. So the actors are coming across with the thought. The thoughts are being conveyed. And some of these thoughts are very complex, and they're on a higher level than our monotone contemporary speech, So I'm very gratified about that, and we can only get better and better as we continue doing our work.